could never keep me down. Oh, you were wrong, 'cause that was then and this is now. Take aim, come on and give it go. These flames are only pushing me higher. I'm crazy 'cause you know that I'm wrong. Faith tamed and now I'm walking on fire.
Greetings, programs, and welcome to the Darlington Raceway at Darlington, South Carolina, as we get ready for the NASCAR Amino Southern 200 qualifying. I'm Alex McGahee, getting ready to call all the action for y'all here tonight for round one of qualifying. We have 45 cars ready to go for this qualifying session. Everyone from 1st to 27th will be locked in. The top 9 will go to the pole shootout. 10th through 27th will not have to worry about qualifying again. Everyone from 28th on back to 45th will have to qualify again for the LCQ. So let's get qualifying underway and get this show on the road as we get ready to get our first car on the track, which will be the number 91 Shot Point Racing of William Ayers. Shot Point Racing, located in Indianapolis, Indiana, home track, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. They started racing in Atlanta Motor Speedway just this season. William Ayers qualifying in the number 91 Chevrolet, sponsored by IGA, and is designed to look like Jason Keller's 1999 IGA Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Beautiful paint scheme, by the way. You'll love to see it. All right, first qualifying run of the night for everyone here as we get ready
on track
to
to qualify, driving the number 91 Shot Point Racing
110%
Chevrolet,
of
William
their efforts in
Ayers.
qualifying, so I don't know how well this is going to go. Here we go. Ayers will take 35 for qualifying as the first car hits the track. Into turn 1, William Ayers is going to go into the wall and he pops it. Hopefully that will not be the theme of the night as Ayers comes off turn 2, hustling that race car down the backstretch. For the first time tonight, racing against the clock, trying to put down a good time into turn number 3, rolls into turn number 4. He will see the white flag this time by. Let's see what William Ayers'
Final lap for William Ayers, lap 1 time, 28.521 seconds.
Seconds for William Ayers. Into turn number 2, pops the wall in 1, rides the wall in 2, down the backstretch, final time. Headed for turn number 3. Here he comes to the checkered flag. It will be in the air. And William Ayers will see the checkered flag this time.
Checkered flag for William Ayers.
Time not going to be as good as his first lap.
28.939
seconds.
Best
That will
lap
not be good
time,
enough to beat his
28.521 seconds.
And it'll be good enough for P1 right now. So the provisional poll right now going to William Ayers. All right, let's see what happens here. Ayers rolls in, and he is going to bring that race car to pit road. And here we go. Moving on to our next race car. Looking at the qualifying sheet I have on the other monitor, we have Elon Solberg driving the NTT Data Chevrolet Camaro for Cyberstorm Racing. Cyberstorm Racing located out of Colorado, running and operating in Denver. And here we go. Elon Solberg rocking Chase Elliott's 2016 3M paint scheme. All right, rolling off into turn 2. He'll hit the track in that beautiful looking 3M throwback Chevrolet. Well, sponsored by NTT Data. It was so nice to see NTT Data
Cyberstorm Racing
Chevrolet.
Chevrolet, Elon Solberg.
Elon Solberg in the number 23 Chevrolet. Elon Solberg hits for 21. If he does, it'll spell trouble, and yes, he's going to hit the wall in 1. A rough outing on the first lap already, and it looks like William Ayers' 28.521 second lap time will not be topped. Into turn number 3. It's a pretty not-so-good lap for Elon Solberg. but Ayers did hit the wall both times. On
Final
his
lap
run,
for
you'll see the white flag.
Lap
Here,
one
it will
time,
be
29.045
seconds for
seconds.
Elon Silver. Going into turn number 1. He does not hit the wall this time. Gets right near it. Gets off turn 2. He's nice and smooth down the backstretch. He's hustling that race car. He might actually get a really good time out of it. He goes into turn number 3. Next run-up will be Carter Jones with the number 69 Chevrolet for Sauer. Here he comes off turn 4. Elon Solberg's going to take the checker flag
for Elon Solberg. Lap 2 time, 27.761 seconds. Best lap time, 26.761 seconds. Currently P1.
Off turn 2 on his cool-down lap, Elon Solberg P1 with a 27.761 seconds. Oh, what a run by Elon Solberg. Carter Jones ready to rock and roll in that 2012 Matt Kenseth Best Buy Throwback Chevrolet, the same paint scheme that Kenseth won the 2012 Daytona 500 in. We get ready to go. Carter Jones. It's so cool to see Superficial Otherworldly United Racing get their sponsor Come and Go gas stations to actually play into it and match their logo to the Best Buy logo.
Currently on track
and match
to
their to the Best Buy
driving the number
font.
69
That is just
Superficial
beautiful.
Otherworldly United Racing Chevrolet.
You guys get
Carter Jones
for this paint scheme. Carter Jones will take the green flag. Fans on their feet. Let's see what Carter can do. Green flag for the number 69 Chevrolet. And the turn number 1. At the wall. And he rides along the wall. That's not going to be good for his lap time. It might be the worst lap time we'll see tonight so far. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. Looking at the monitor, we have KR coming up next for Throwback Motorsports. But before we get there, Carter Jones has to complete his
final lap
run.
for
White flag for Carter Jones.
29.528
seconds. Lapped run for Carter Jones. All right, he's not going to hit the wall this time. He rides along it, just keeping it on the razor's edge. Off turn 2, down the backstretch. Final time, headed for turn number 3. KR lined up and ready to go on the pit lane. Into turn number 3, off turn 4. He'll see the checkered flag.
Checkered flag for Carter Jones. Lap 2 time, 27.887 seconds. Best lap time, 27.887 seconds. Currently P2.
Really solid run for Carter Jones as he gets back to the pit lane. Or is he trying to run a third lap? I don't know, but he'll go down the pit lane. All right, KR ready to go in that number 47 Throwback Motorsports Honda. Rocking what I can only assume is a throwback to the Amtrak trains from the 1980s. I did not get an official statement from Throwback Motorsports about what their throwback is for KR, but I do know that it is an Amtrak-themed scheme. All right, they head for KR. Is ready to go. There you see at the bottom of your screen, you'll see the qualifying standings as they run. Solberg, Jones, Ayers in that order.
Currently on
KR goes into turn
driving the number 47 Throwback Motorsports Honda, KR.
And green flag will be in the air for KR as he's ready to go. And it's for turn number 1. Gets loose a little bit along the wall, but he does keep it straight off turn 2 down the backstretch. That turns 1 and 2 have been the trouble spots for the drivers tonight. Once again, they have been told to go 110%, but I think that might be a bad idea. And they'll probably tell the drivers to make it to round 2, who actually qualify on night number 2 to rate it back 29.547 seconds, which is easily the worst lap we have seen tonight from any of the drivers that have run so far. KR pops the wall. Off turn 2. Down the backstretch, final time. Heads for turn number 3. Off into turn number 4. He'll see the checkered flag here.
Checkered flag.
And KR's lap 2 time will be a 28.668 seconds, which will be good enough for P number 4 for now.
Currently P4.
Lindsay Dietz will be coming up next and will be officially halfway through our first stint when she completes her first lap. Lindsay Dietz throwing it back to Matt Kenseth's 2012 October car where he won at Kansas and Talladega with. Here we go. She gets onto the track. Once again, qualifying standings. Elon Solberg's 27.761 seconds is the time to beat. Ayers right now P3. KR is the worst driver in P4. So let's see what Lindsay Dietz can do as she gets ready to go.
Currently on track to qualify, driving the number
worst lap
one
we've seen run is KR's 29.547 seconds left. Lindsay Dietz ready to go. Here she comes off turn number 4. Just see the green flag. It's in there. Here we go. Lindsay Dietz 2 qualifying. Right into the wall she goes. Not sure what I was trying to say there, but into the wall she goes off turn number 2 down the backstretch. And we'll be halfway through our first stint of 9 cars, being told that there will be a commercial break coming up after car number 9, before car 10. Rolling off turn number 4, here we go, checker flag, white flag in the air for Lindsay Dietz. Sorry, I got one lap ahead of myself. 8.90 seconds. Not good, but not great. Lindsay Dietz once again riding along the wall in turns 1 and 2. Gonna be told, I feel like the drivers that do have to qualify for night number 2 will be told to dial it back by a lot. Down to race pace. Into turn number 3, final time for Lindsay Dietz. To turn number 4. And checkered flag is here. And it's a 28.780 seconds. That'll be good enough. 28.5 for Lindsay Dietz. Next car lined up on the pit lane will be Caden Bishop in the number 19 Blastoff Motorsports Dodge. Let's see what Lindsay Dietz does. Does she stay out to try and run another lap? No, I don't think she's been told to take it to pit road. And she stays, and she'll blast by. Not sure what they were thinking, but good effort for trying at least. But nah, that's not going to work out for them. All right, here's Caden Bishop as he gets ready to go in that 2011 Danica Patrick throwback. Throwing it back to Danica Patrick's 2011 GoDaddy.com Chevrolet from when she raced for Junior Motorsports. Gain will be the sponsor for this race. Off turn number 2 onto the track as he leaves the pit lane.
Currently on track to qualify, driving the number 19 Blastoff Motorsports Dodge, Caden Bishop.
Okay, Caden Bishop takes the green flag. Here we go. Caden Bishop goes. He's at least making it into the top 27, and he pops the wall right off lap number 1. Down the backstretch. First time for Caden Bishop. Into turn number 3. Rolls into turn number 4. Here comes the white flag for Caden Bishop. And his lap 1 time is going to be an abysmal 29.206 seconds. Not as bad as KR's 29.547 lap, but still not great. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. All right, off turn number 2. Down the backstretch. Final time for turn number 3. Here he comes into turn number 4. Caden Bishop will see the checkered flag this time by, and his lap 2 time will be his best lap time at a 28.868 seconds. All right, that will put him in P6, I believe, for now.
Currently P6.
Yep, I am right. P6. It was just confirmed by the PA announcer. All right, next car to qualify will be Tree Leclerc as he gets ready to go in that number 55 Team Rap Track Chevrolet. That will be rebranded to the number 54, and they will they will change their car to Toyota next season when they race the Supra. All right. Tree Leclerc, not exactly a fan favorite. Most of his fans are located in California, so I know they'd be cheering him on, but here in Darlington, I don't think he's going to get that same reception. We're about to find out as he rolls into turn 4. He'll see the green flag here. He will continue to run. Into turn 1, he rides along the wall. He doesn't pop it this time, so he's doing pretty well. Down the backstretch, off turn number 2, first time tonight. for Tree Leclerc. He'll come into turn number 3. Rolling fine into turn number 4. He'll see the white flag. This Tree Leclerc's lap 1 time will be a 28.204 seconds. Okay, really good lap time for Tree Leclerc there. Let's see if he hustles. I know he's in the wall, and that's going to kill his lap time here. He might lose some time, but he's not exactly going to lose too much. I'm not sure how much, though. Off into turn number 3. Once again, drivers had been told to give 110%. Rolling into turn. Here he comes to the checker flag. Tree Leclerc's lap 2 times going to be 28.263 seconds. It's not going to be good enough to beat his 28.204 time.
04 seconds. Currently P3.
P3 is where he'll currently sit as car number 8 gets ready to go out. It is Quinn Yeager in the Red Bull Honda, throwing it back to a sports car from 2013, I want to say, as Yeager. Oh, he loves it. I love this paint scheme, though. It's really cool. Red Bull, even though their energy drinks taste so terrible, I gotta admit their paint schemes can be really spectacular. Now, they actually have Marty Dallas here as well, so Marty Dallas will be driving a really cool throwback, and TJ Dayton was supposed to race a 2011 Casey Kane throwback, but TJ Dayton long before we gave him up to this point. Back for into the wall he goes in turn 1. Again, these drivers going 110%, so I feel like that will be dialed back tomorrow night. Down the backstretch, headed for turn number 3 into turn number 4. It's not going to be a terrible lap, but it's not exactly going to be a good lap for Yeager. He'll have to see if he can hustle it as he comes across the straight to take the white flag. A 28.672 second lap. Not really good, but not great either. He pops the wall again in turn 1 and 2. Rolls into turn number 2, off turn 2, down the backstretch, final time. On deck on the pit lane is Alan Mooch and the number 26 team. And I've gotten word that their throwback is really special to Alan Mooch. Well, let's see what happens here. Here he comes off turn number 4 to the checker flag. Yeager's lap 2 time is a 28.738 second lap. Not good, as his best lap is 28.672 seconds. And I believe it will be P7. All right. Not good, not great for Quinn Yeager. Rolling as Alan Mooch is now on track, and there you see it. Alan Mooch is running Kyle Larson's 2014 Daytona July car, which also has special meaning as the 2014 Coke Zero 400 was the last race called by legendary NASCAR and MRN commentator Barney Hall. He will forever be missed. Alan Mooch, also a Kyle Larson fan, rocking that paint scheme as well. Hoping to give it a good run on race day. Alan Mooch ready to go. Let's see what he can do in that 26 Chevrolet. I love how Arrow matched up to allowed Alan Mooch to have fun with this car. And he's matched up to the car so well, down to the number font as well. So that's amazing dedication as Alan Mooch rim rides it, just like Kyle Larson would, off turn 2, down the backstretch. That was a really, really solid lap by Alan Mooch as he rolls into turn 3. Smooth and calm in turn number 4. He rim-rode it there. Here he comes to the checkered flag. Final lap for Alan Mooch. White flag. It'll be a 28.082 second lap. Really good. That was beautiful. Alan Mooch pops the wall in turn 2, but he is so confident in his lap 1 time that he doesn't even want to worry about qualifying tomorrow night. Even if he does make the top 9, he'll have to dial it back. But he is looking really solid as Alan Mooch comes across the turn 4. He'll see the checkered flag, and his lap 2 time is going to be 28.844 seconds. It's not going to be as good as his 28.082 time, and he'll currently go to P3. And Alan Mooch will take us into the break. We'll step aside for a break, come right back. And when we do, Marcos Flores will kick off segment number 2.
Hey, you want to get fit and play games at the same time, you big ding-dong? Well, boy, do I got something for you. Wow, Wii Sports. In this epic game of fitness, you can get fit. Look at him playing that. Good job there, Bob. Look, it's time for baseball. Oh, he missed. Holy. Golf. Now, time for boxing. Remember to plug in the nunchuck. Wii Sports! Get it now!
Have you ever felt like a prisoner, but you haven't escaped yet? You're a rebel and not a follower, and you're destined to make it. Have you got a heart full of dreams? 'Cause I got a heart full of dreams. Have you got a heart full of dreams? 'Cause I got a heart full of dreams, yeah. And feel it burning in your veins. 'Cause once you're a dreamer, you're always a dreamer. The heart of yours will never change. 'Cause once you're a dreamer, you're always a dreamer. Sleepless nights and days in pain. Keep on running for the light. Maybe we'll meet on the way. 'Cause once you're a dreamer, you're always a dreamer. 'Cause once you're a dreamer, you're always a dreamer. 'Cause once you're a dreamer, you're always a dreamer.
Welcome back to the Darlington Raceway for the NASCAR Amino Southern 200 qualifying. Round 1 continues on. We got 9 more cars ready to go. And on the dock is Marco Suarez. He'll be followed by Star Racer Tyler King, Zach Stern, Ethan O'Connor, Ian Stiles, Jack Black, JD Fatal, and Brandon Brzozowski will round out our 9 cars that will go in stretch number 2 of qualifying. Okay, we are ready to go, and we bring out Marco Suarez, throwing it back to Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s Wrangler car from the 1980s. Napa agreed to change up their font on the side to match the Wrangler jeans font, and it looks stellar. Once again, all these race teams that we're seeing tonight in qualifying have really gone above and beyond to make these throwbacks look amazing and match up to the car that they're throwing it back to. Here we go. Marco Suarez will be seeing the green flag this time by. It'll be a 2-lap qualifying run. Suarez comes off turn 4. Let's see how he does. He's going to pop the wall here. Rolls into turn number 2. Continues to ride the wall. Gets off the wall. Down the backstretch, all by himself, racing against the clock, trying to put down a really good lap. Goes into turn number 3. Here he comes into turn number 4. He'll see the white flag this time. And it'll be final lap for Marco Suarez. Lap 1 time is going to be a 29.242 second lap. Ooh, not good run for Suarez. Rolls into turn 1. Back into the wall he goes, riding along the wall in 1 and 2. Down the back stretch. Final time for Marco Suarez as he rolls into turn 3. Making it look smooth and calm despite hitting the wall both times on both of his laps. He goes off turn number 4. He'll see the checkered flag. That will conclude his run, and his lap 2 time is going to be a 29.024 seconds. It'll be currently P10 for the number 3 of Marco Suarez.
Currently P10.
Oh man, he's going to be near the bottom of the leaderboard. In fact, he is going to be the bottom of the leaderboard. Moving on, let's get Star Racer out here on track, throwing it back to Jeff Gordon's 2001 to 2008 DuPont Flames car, that beautiful orange and blue car. Here we go. Let's see what Star Racer does. Right now, time to beat is Elon Solberg's 27.761 seconds. Nobody's come close to touching that yet, but that could change with Star Racer. Star Racer does have a win in the ADPS. He won at Atlanta on a last lap pass over Evan Toddy. Here we go. Rolling off turn number 4, he'll see the green flag crowd on their feet cheering for a beloved underdog. Here we go. Green flags in the air, and Star Racer's qualifying run is underway. Rolls into turn 1. He is going to hit the wall a little bit. Not too badly, though, but it will cost him some time. Currently, not looking really good for Star Racer. Down the backstretch, headed for turn number 3. Rolling into turn number 4. First time he'll come off turn 4. He's going to see the white flag this time by, and his lap 1 time is an abysmal 29.402 seconds. Rough outing for Star Racer. Rolls back to turn 1. This time he's not going to touch the wall, but he is hustling that 84 Dodge down the backstretch, making up really good time here. On a run, he goes into turn 3 final time. Crowd on their feet. Here comes Star Racer. He'll see the checkered flag. Lap 2 time, much more improved. He'll see the checkered flag. His lap 2 time is going to be a 27.773 seconds. It'll be good enough for P2. Elon Solberg stays at the top of the leaderboard for now. Moving on, we got Tyler King coming up next. It's going to be wonderful to see what Swag AC Motorsports has done for Tyler King's number 62 Chevrolet for this throwback weekend. And there you see it. It will be William Byron's 2017 Xfinity Series Championship winning car that he raced at Homestead that year. Rolls into turn number 1. He's getting onto the track right now. Tyler King is looking to try and make this race, make the dance, as he is going to be leaving at season's end. He has not made every race this year, so it was been a rough outing for the number 62 team.
The number 62.
So hopefully that will change.
Chevrolet, Tyler King.
And here we go. He goes into turn number 4. Crowd on their feet. He sees the green flag. It's in the air, and here goes Tyler King. Let's see what he's got. He goes into turn number 1. Rolling into turn 1, he pops the wall, rides along the wall in 1 and 2. That will cost him some time. Down the backstretch, he continues to hustle. Going into turn 3, he will see the white flag this time by. And his first lap looking not really good. Here he comes to see the white flag. His lap 1 time is a 28.663 seconds. He's going to have to hustle if he wants to improve it. He goes into turn 1 and he pops the wall again, but he keeps it, but he doesn't stay on the wall for long. Off turn 2, down the backstretch. Final time tonight for round 1 of qualifying for Tyler King. Rolls into turn 3, all by himself, nice and smooth. Stays in about a lane and a half off the wall. Off turn 4, crowd on their feet. Checkered flag for Tyler King. His lap 2 time is going to be a 28.191 seconds. It'll be good enough for P5. P5 currently for Tyler King. And right now, coming up next is going to be Zach Stern in the 82 Chevrolet for Superficial Otherworldly United Racing. Let's see what Zach Stern's team has cooked up for him. Oh my God, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2014 car, complete with the 2014 chase for the Cup number and splitter. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. All right, well, Superficial Otherworldly United Racing Chevrolet drivers, Sauer's done a really good job with their throwbacks. I'm not going to lie. They have done a spectacular job with their throwbacks. I kind of wish they included the yellow banner, but it's not really. I wish they included the yellow banner. They should have done that. Well, here comes Zach Stern off turn 4. He'll see the green flag in that Taylor Jr. throwback, and here we go. Rolls into turn number 1. Let's see what happens as he goes into 1. Does he hit the wall like everyone else has done so far? Yes, he does. Every driver has at least hit the wall once so far. We have not seen a full 2-lap run go clean without popping the wall. Into turn number 3, Zach Stern will roll off turn number 4. Here he comes to see the white flag. And his lap one time is going to be a 28.900 seconds. 28.9 seconds for Zach Stern on his first lap. Goes back to turn 1, keeps it off the wall this time, and he is hustling that race car. Off turn 2, down the backstretch. He is gone, baby, gone. Rolling into turn number 3 all by himself. Stays like a lane off the outside wall, comes off turn number 4. He'll see the checkered flag. Here he comes, and his lap 2 time is a 27.809 seconds. It'll be good for P3. What a run by Zach Stern. Impressive run by that 82 team. Job well done. Zach Stern might actually have a shot to make the top 27 here. At best. All right, Ethan O'Connor is out, and he's running his patriotic Dr. Pepper car. North Star Racing. There have been rumors about this driver, about O'Connor leaving the team mid-season, but he's still showing up for qualifying events and all that. I just don't know if his heart and soul are into the ADPS anymore. Like, I think he's checked out, and I think North Star Racing has taken note, and they're ready to cut him at any moment. They'll go into turn. He'll go into turn 3. And Ethan O'Connor does have one win from the 2022. It'll go and he'll pop the wall hard here. That's going to be a not so good. He rides the wall. And he stays along the wall all the way through off of turn 2 down the backstretch. That is not what the signs of a good run there. That his second lap is going to have to be superhuman. Here he goes off turn number 4. Crowd continues to boo. At least the crowd in attendance here. His lap one time is a 30.034 seconds. The worst lap we have seen by far so far out of 14 cars. Pops the wall in turns 1 and 2. Again, rides along the wall. He's still trying to hustle out a good lap. He goes into turn 3, final time. Here he comes, rolling into turns number 3 and 4. He's like a lane off the wall. He comes around turn 4 to the checkered flag, and his lap 2 time isn't going to be any better. A 29.397 seconds. It'll be good enough for position number 14 provisionally as we roll into the 15th car to qualify, which will be Ian Stiles driving the number 43 for Wines Racing. Ian Stiles ready to go. He's going to be throwing it back to David Reagan's 2013 Taco Bell car with sponsorship from Yahoo for this race. All right, he's rolling onto the track. He is ready to go. Once again, Elon Solberg has the time to beat at 27.761 seconds. Let's see if Ian Stiles has anything for Elon Solberg's number 23 team, because that 23 car was a rocket ship. All right, he's on the backstretch, ready to go. And here we go. It's going to be green flag for Ian Stiles once he rolls off of the turn 4. Here he comes. Crowd about to get to their feet. Everyone here in attendance on their feet cheering for Ian Stiles. Green flags in the air. Here we go. He is taking off. All right, let's see what he's got. Rolls into turn 1. He pops the wall, rides along the wall, but he does get off of it before he exits 2. Stays off the wall, down the backstretch. Staying like about roughly, I'll say like half car width off the wall. He goes into turn 3. Nice and smooth. First time tonight. Here he comes off turn 4. He'll see the white flag this time by. His lap one time is going to be a 28.083 seconds. That's really good, but I think he can do better. He goes into turn 1. He stays off the wall. He's rim riding it, but he doesn't hit the wall. Off 2. Down the backstretch. All by himself. He is hustling that race car. Here comes Ian Stiles. Rolls into turn number 3. Here he comes off turn number 4. It's a really good lap time. Checkered flag in the air. It's going to be a really good lap time. Hands on the stopwatch. 27.684 seconds. Provisional P1. That'll put him in the fast 9. What a run by Ian Stiles in that 43 team. They brought a rocket ship as well. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I guess the bar has been set, and Jack Black is coming up next, driving Kyle Petty's 1990 or 89 peak antifreeze car with sponsorship from Stryker. Once again, Blast Off Motorsports, job well done on their cars. Superficial of the World of United Racing, they did a good job on their race cars. In fact, every team that has brought a throwback has done a spectacular job matching up to the throwback that they're trying to replicate. Like, thumbs up to everybody here. They knew they were given the assignment, they understood the assignment, and they have followed it down to the T. Beautiful job. I could not have imagined it. All right, coming up next will be JD Fatal. Green flag in the air for Jack Black. Here we go. Jack Black rolls into turn number 1. Making it nice and smooth, pops the wall into turn 1, rides along the wall in turn 2, gets off the wall before he gets off 2, and he's going to nearly pop the wall, exiting turn 2 down the backstretch, headed for turn number 3. Keeping it nice and smooth, here comes Jack Black, rolling into turn number 4, and he'll see the white flag this time. His lap one time will be on the stopwatch, and it will be a 28.206 seconds. It's not going to be fast, but it's got to be faster. He goes into turn 1, pops the wall again, riding the wall in 2, gets off the wall, stays off the wall, backstretch, final time. He'll see the checkered flag once he gets off turn number 4. Into turn 3, final time for Jack Black and his Kyle Petty throwback. Off turn 4, he sees the checkered flag, and it's not going to be faster than his lap one time. It'll be a 28.429 seconds. He'll be P9 with his 28.125 second lap. All right, next car is going to be JD Fatal as we get ready to see what his throwback is going to be. And oh my goodness, it is Kurt Busch's 2014 Haas CNC Chevrolet SS on JD Fatal's number 4 Amino. Wow. Again, the assignment that these teams were given was understood. Fatal's getting ready to hit the track. JD Fatal so far has made every race, and I believe he is currently inside the top 20, so he might actually be safe in regardless of where he qualifies. It's just going to be a matter of, does he have to go through the LCQ, or does he actually have to go through the champ? Does he have to go through, or does he lock in, or does he go through the Fast 9? All right, JD Fatal is currently 23rd in points, green flag in the air, so he is not safe in. He rolls into turn 1, goes into 1, stays off the wall and keeping it nice and smooth. I had to pull up. I had my monitor over here. Oh, he popped the wall off turn 2. I was saying that I have my monitor over here, and I actually was able to pull up the point standings. Rolls into turn number 3. JD Fatal currently is 23rd in points with 242 points. JD Fatal will see the white flag this time by. It'll be at 28.125 seconds. So he's going to have to hustle if he wants it. He goes into turn 1, pops the wall. That's going to kill his momentum and ruin any chance at a better lap this time around. Down the backstretch, final time. His best lap time will probably stay at 28.125 seconds. Here he comes off turn number 4. He'll see the checkered flag. JD Fatal's lap 2 time will be on the stopwatch, and it will be at 28.203 seconds. His best lap time will keep him in the top 10 for now, I believe. He will be P7 for now. All right, Brandon Brzozowski not running a throwback from what I've gathered from Demos Redneck, the racing team that he drives for. They are the lone Toyota team this year, and that team is owned by, I believe, Lucy Fago. I could be wrong about that. I will need to get confirmation. Okay, so let's see what Brandon Brzozowski's car is. He's bringing out the primary Marvel scheme, which I believe is designed after Casey Atwood's car from 2001. I know it's one of the Evernham cars. I know that much. I just don't know which one it is. Well, either way, he's on track. Ian Stiles has a 27.684 second lap. That's the time to beat if you want to get to the provisional P1 going into the pole shootout. But if you do go to the pole shootout, that means you're going to be the 9th car to go out and qualify. All right, Brzozowski ready to go. Let's see what he's got for everybody in this field. It'll be green flag for Brandon Brzozowski. Through turn 1. Off turn 2, nice and clean. He nearly popped the wall off too. Down the backstretch. Came close, but not close enough. Brandon Brzozowski, a rough season, 2-race suspension following the the Firecracker 400. For some reason. Final lap for Brzozowski as he'll see the white flag. It'll be a 28.076 second lap. A really good lap for Brzozowski, but I don't think that'll be good enough for a top 9. He's in the wall, riding off turn 2. Coming off turn 2, stays off the wall, hustling it down the backstretch. Not really going to improve his lap time here. And we do have Brzozowski wrapping it all up for us as we'll be taking to take the checkered flag. And it'll be Brzozowski taking a 28.116 second lap time. It'll be good for P6. Okay, Brzozowski with a P6 run. Coming up next, it'll be Justin Newman when we get to the other side of the break. You're watching NASCAR Amino Southern 200 qualifying from the Darlington Raceway here on the CRN.
What am I doing with my life? How is me sitting here doing absolutely nothing supposed to lead me to a successful future? Is this my purpose in the world? Talk to me, world. Is this my purpose? Hey, yo, it's Evan Toddy. And when I feel like I need to be at peace with the world, there's just one thing that I do, and that is crack open an ice-cold Arnold Palmer. This is already open. Well, this is awkward. So what are y'all waiting for? Drink Arizona Arnold Palmer. Get it now!
Counting you to fight another day when the world's out of control and time is always racing. Everybody has a place where they can let it go. I'm falling to that feeling. Take a breath and never leave it. When the world is overwhelming, just close your eyes. You'll find the strength to seize the
Raceway as we get ready to go for segment number 3 of Southern 200 qualifying round 1. I'm Alex McGahee. We have Justin Newman, Demo Redneck, Jane Ironwood, Gary Russell, Paul Donlin, Don Falconer, Caleb Marinelli, Ren Starlight, and Patrick Roden on deck as Justin Newman gets ready to go in driving the Azure Lane throwback, throwing it back to Ryan Newman. It's 2003 car where he won 8 races that year. Justin Newman's first throwback was to Ryan Newman's 2008 Daytona 500 race-winning car from last season's ADPS season. All right, off turn 2, merging onto the track for the first time tonight will be Justin Newman. Ethan O'Connor, worst lap time at a 29.397. And just to correct something, Rosowski's best lap time was a 28.076 second lap, which is why he got P6. Green flag for Justin Newman as we begin segment number 3 of NASCAR Amino Southern 200 qualifying night number 1. Rolls into turn 1, pops the wall, rides along the wall in 1 and 2. We have continually seen drivers hit that wall multiple times, at least once, I should say. Rolling into turn 3, going into turn 4, making it nice and smooth, but it's not going to be a really good lap time. Here he comes off turn number 4. He'll see the white flag this time by. Lap 1 time is going to be a 28.389 seconds. Not good at all as he currently runs in as the 19th car to go out, but he's not as slow as Ethan O'Connor, so O'Connor will once again be dropped down to the 19th position. Backstretch headed for turn number 3. Final time for Justin Newman as he continues to move qualifying along. Here he comes off turn 4. He'll see the checkered flag. And on the stopwatch, lap 2 time is going to be a 27.753 seconds. It'll be good for P2, but it will not topple Ian Stiles, who clocked in a 27.684 second lap. All right, let's see what Demo Redneck's team has decided to do for a throwback race as Justin Newman brings his number 17 car onto the pit lane, where we have gotten word that the 30 car is ready to go. Okay, Justin Newman onto the pits, and here we have Demo Redneck's car. Let's see what his car is going to be. It will be Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s car. This one is just more of a primary scheme where Nate Wines last year ran a Dale Sr. throwback to his 2000 car where he won his final race at Talladega Superspeedway. This is just the general number 3 car. Okay, first time out for Demo Redneck. Let's see what this number 30 Toyota can do. Sponsored by Realtree. Rolls off of turn 2 and he will merge onto the track. It will be interesting to see how Demo Redneck does, because this 30 team has been hovering around the top 30. They currently are 19th with 283 points going into this weekend's race. No, he will not. He will ride along the wall off turn 2, gets off the wall, down the backstretch, headed for turn number 3, first time tonight at full speed. He goes into turn number 3. He will head for turn number 4 this time by. He will see the white flag and on the stopwatch, and his lap 1 time is going to be a 28.894 seconds. That will move O'Connor down to P20. Rolls into turn 1. This time he stays off the wall, going inches from the wall. Off turn 2, down the backstretch. Final time, headed for turn number 3. Demo Redneck hustling his race car around, looking for a sub 28 second lap time, maybe faster. Here he comes off turn 4, which raises the crowd, and on the stopwatch, it's going to be close. Here's what Demo Redneck's lap 2 time is, a 27.699 seconds. It'll be good for P2. What a run by Demo Redneck as Jane Ironwood will get ready to go next. Wow. Unbelievable run by Demo Redneck as he pulls the 30 car to pit lane. 30 team jumping up and down, high fives all around. I think they got a machine that is worthy of racing on race day. Okay, let's move on and see what Jane Ironwood's race car is going to be, because I think it's supposed to be a Jeff Burton throwback. Here she comes. Yep, there's the 16 team. Justin Newman racing 4, throwing it back to Jeff Burton's 1999 XI Batteries car. God, I love that race car. It's so cool. It's so cool to see this paint scheme again. All right, Ian Stiles has the time to beat at 27.684 seconds, and I don't think anyone's going to be topping him for a while, but maybe Jane Ironwood has something to say about it. Jane Ironwood has been lighting up the charts and turning heads this season, as she is right now currently leading Rookie of the Year standings, has 3 wins on the season. The Firecracker 400 win at Watkins Glen in the Fall Classic, and the Mile High 125, currently sitting 3rd in points with 564 coming into this weekend's race. Off turn number 2, she has seen the green flag, hustling that race car. She is flying right now. Like, she is moving. I cannot even describe how she is moving, but she's got moves on this racetrack. Here she comes off turn number 4. She will see the white flag. Let's see what Jane Ironwood's got for the stopwatch. It will be a 27.914 second lap as she'll head back to turn 1. And I think, oh wow, she's actually kept it off the wall both times, which means she'll get an even faster lap. Off turn 2, down the backstretch, final time, Ironwood hustling that race car around. Like, if you were denying that she was a wheel girl, I think tonight you put all that doubt to bed. Here she comes off turn 4. She'll see the checkered flag. Lap 2 time on the stopwatch. It'll be good enough for P3 at a 27.710 second lap. Gary Russell's about to come up next. Oh boy. We have seen so many beautiful throwbacks, and Jane Ironwood continues the trend of awesome throwbacks. Going into turn number 3, let's see what happens here. It's Gary Russell throwing it back to Sam Hornish Jr.'s 2010 Mobile 1 car. Beautiful paint scheme. Man, it's so nice to see an awesome throwback to Sam Hornish Jr. All right, let's see what Gary Russell can do. Once again, Ian Stiles has the time to beat at 27.684 seconds. Gary Russell, not exactly having a good season. He's been driving part-time here. He is eliminated from title contention as he has 158 points going into this weekend's race. Okay, green flag for Gary Russell as he takes off and runs into turn number 1. Russell didn't lead the most laps at Watkins Glen, pops the wall in turn 1, rides along the wall off of turn 2, gets off of the wall, exiting turn 2, down the backstretch, headed for turn number 3. Here he goes into turn number 3 for the first time tonight. He'll be at full speed here. He'll see the white flag. This time by final lap for Gary Russell. And it'll be a 29.372 second lap. Not exactly a good lap here, but he's hustling that race car. He stays off the wall. That could save him some time, a lot of time maybe. Off turn 2, down the backstretch, final time. Gary Russell continues to hustle that race car around. He goes into turn number 3. Russell on the move into turn number 4. He'll see the checkered flag. Here he comes. It's going to be up in the air. And his time will be a 27.781 seconds. It'll be good for P7 for now. And Paul Donlin will be coming up next. What a run by Gary Russell in that number 46 car, as he was able to move into the top 27 for now. But he's he's currently in the top 23 as Paul Donlin gets ready to go, driving the 2014 Jimmy John's throwback to Kevin Harvick. This was one of the first paint schemes Harvick raced alongside his Budweiser car that year. And I believe Harvick did score a couple wins in this car. Okay, once again, Ian Stiles has the time to beat Paul Donlin, still looking for his first win. Donlin also walks into this Darlington weekend race and in 16th in points with 318 points to his name. Green flag will be in the air for Paul Donlin. Here we go. Let's see what the number 7 driver can do. Driving that Morrill Motorsports Honda. Morrill Motorsports will be moving over to Ford at season's end. Donlin pops the wall, rolls into turn number 2. Off turn 2, pops the wall again, exiting turn 2, down the backstretch. It's going to be a rough lap for Paul Donlin here. So he'll have to pick it up in lap number 2 when he sees the white flag. Fans once again letting Donlin know they're right behind him. Lap 1 time is going to be a 28.486 second lap. Goes into turn number 1. This time he stays off the wall. He's rim riding it in turns 1 and 2. Hustles that race car off turn 2. Stays off the wall. This time he's learned his lesson from lap 1. Down the backstretch. Donlin on the move. He is begging for a win here. At least a decent starting position. Here he comes off turn 4. He'll see the checkered flag on the stopwatch. Paul Donlin will get a P8 with his best lap being a 27.798 seconds. A decent run by Paul Donlin. All right, Donlin will hold a P7 spot. And Don Falconer is going to be coming up next for Cyberstorm Racing. So far, the Cyberstorm Racing boys have shown off some really good throwbacks, and I don't think they're going to stop anytime soon. If I know this team well, or at least everyone knows this team well. And lo and behold, the trend continues as Don Falconer has Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2009 Mountain Dew Chevrolet Impala. It's really nice to see Cyberstorm Racing just show up and show out with their paint schemes. Like, even though the team hasn't really had that many highlights this year, their paint schemes have been bliss to look at. Okay, well, Don Falconer ready to go, driving this number 36 Cyberstorm Racing Chevrolet. Don Falconer currently has 213 all by himself. He hits the wall in the middle of 1 and 2, rolling along the wall in 2. Pulls a Ross Chastain down the backstretch. Okay, so I think that he'll have to dial it back by a country mile because right now, Falconer's lap time not probably going to be good here. He comes across the turn 4. He'll see the white flag this time by, and his lap 1 time will be at 29.475 seconds. Ooh, he's gonna have to pick it up. He's gonna roll along the wall in 1 and 2. This time he does not hit the wall. Off 2, stays off the wall, down the backstretch. Final time, headed for turn number 3. And we got Caleb Marinelli on deck coming up next. Here he comes, Falconer off turn number 4. It's going to be a really good lap time, but I don't think it'll be good enough to topple anyone. It'll be good enough for P11 with a 28.044 seconds. A really decent lap time for Don Falconer, but not good enough to actually topple anyone of note. He'll be outside the top 9, but he will be inside the top 24 for now. Caleb Marinelli, I believe, is throwing it back to a Dylan Jones car. So currently, Ian Stiles, time to beat 27.684 seconds. Marinelli has 3 or 4 wins on the season. I'm going to double check that right now on my monitor, and it says that he has 3 wins, which I believe I know one of them came at Richmond. There was a second one that came at Dover. I don't know where the third one came from, so I'm going to have to double check that. Let's see here as Marinelli gets ready to take the green flag while I check stats here. Green flag will be in the air for Caleb Marinelli, and he is gone. Like that, 15 car looks like it's going to be fast. Out on their feet, and he rolls into turn 1. Oh my God, he is moving. This number 15 car is moving all by himself, hustling it down the backstretch. He could topple some drivers today. He rolls into turn number 4. Here he comes to see the white flag. It'll be a lap 1 time of 27.784 seconds, which will be good enough for about P2, I believe. Rolls into turns number 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, final time. And Marinelli goes into turn number 3, and I do have confirmation that his first win of the year came at Gateway. He has won at Dover and Richmond. Checkered flag for Caleb Marinelli. His lap 2 time is going to be at 27.537 seconds. It'll be good enough for P1. That means he'll be the last car to go out at the pole shootout. Well, 25 cars have come and gone, And now we're on car number 20. On qualifier number 26 will be Ren Starlight, who replaced Luke Silve. She'll be driving the Dale Coyne 2010 Citgo Throwback Honda for Throwback Motorsports. Once again, beautiful throwback. I love how they matched the number to be tilted like the IndyCar had. That's beautiful. And they did that on both sides of the car and on the roof of the car. Props to Throwback Motorsports. They showed up and they showed out with this paint scheme. Okay, Ren Starlight coming into this race is sitting 131 with 131 points, currently 35th in points. Next of other drivers have. She does not this lap. Off turn number 2, nice and smooth, keeping it clean down the backstretch. Headed for turn number 3. Ren Starlight by herself, racing against the clock, trying to make the top 27. She'll roll off. She'll put her first lap on the stopwatch, and that lap one time is going to be a 28.101 second lap. Decent time, but she's got to do better. She pops the wall in turn 1 on her final qualifying lap. She gets off the wall in turn 2, stays off the wall of turn 2, down the backstretch. Final time for Ren Starlight. Here she goes into turn number 3. All by herself, nice and smooth. She comes into turn number 4. She will see the checkered flag, and Ren Starlight's lap 2 time will be a 28.151 seconds, but her best lap time at a 28.101 seconds will put her in position
Currently
P15. So a decent lap for Ren, but not decent enough to put her in the top 9. She'll probably likely stay top 27. But speaking of, 27th car is about to go out, and it's Patrick Roden throwing it back to Martin Truex Jr.'s 2018 Bass Pro Shops car. So Snap-on agreed to sponsor this race, and they actually changed their color, the color of their logo on the hood, from their usual red to the 5-Hour Energy neon yellow. That is dedication. And I'm so glad that Snap-on Tools decided to allow this to happen. Patrick Roden gathering his thoughts, and here he goes. Time to beat Caleb Marinelli's 27.537 seconds. And he'll be the last car to go out, which means once we start segment number 4, which will be beginning with Anthony Sasso, we're going to start seeing drivers get bumped into the LCQ zone. All right, Patrick Roden coming into this race weekend has 12 points where he raced at the Brickyard. Green flag in the air for Patrick Roden. He currently sits 50th in points. It's been a rough season as he pops the wall in turn 1, gets off the wall in the middle of 1 and 2, stays nice and smooth down the backstretch, headed for turn number 3, first time tonight at full speed for Patrick Roden, goes into turn number 4. His lap 1 time is not going to be good, too good, but it will be good enough to put him at a 28.375 seconds, which means he will not be the car at risk of going to bump day first. And he's in the wall again, down the backstretch off turn number 2. Final time, rolling into turn number 3. Let's see, he stays off the wall, goes about a lane and a half down to the inside, off turn 4. He'll see the checkered flag, and his lap 2 time is going to be better. It'll be a 28.187 seconds. His best, it'll be good enough for about position number 15, I believe.
currently
P17 for Patrick Roden. Okay, we're going to step aside for a break, but when we come back, we'll have some more qualifying action for you here on the Competition Racing Network. This is NASCAR Amino Southern 200 qualifying.
I'm better than my father was, and where he came from too. Time we to ride, to hell I go, with daddy by my side. So open the gate,
How is moving toy cars going to lead me to a successful future? Is this my purpose on the earth? Is this my purpose, world? Talk to me, world! Is this my purpose? Hey, y'all. It's Cater Johns. And occasionally, when I need to feel at peace with this world, I do just one thing. And that is, crack open an ice-cold peace tea. Man, I'm feeling at peace with the world already. Woo! So what are y'all waiting for? Drink peace tea to...
Go for it all to get the prize. Hold on till the end, 'cause I'm taking it all the way. Give me chills, give me thrills. Take me in the first place. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Go for it all to get the prize. Hold on till the end, 'cause I'm taking it all the way. Taking it all away.
27 cars have qualified, 18 left to go. Hi everyone, it's Alex McGahee from the Darlington Raceway welcoming you back to NASCAR Amino Southern 200 qualifying. Everyone in the top 9 are locked into the race pending post-qualifying inspections after the pole shootout on day 2 of the qualifying sessions. Okay, right now Paul Donlin currently sits 9th and is the last car in the Fast 9. Anthony Sasso is about to hit the track and start the next batch of 9 cars that will be going out for qualifying. He will be followed up by Kylie Greider. Anthony Sasso will be driving Cale Yarborough's 1984 Hardee's throwback from when Cale Yarborough won the Daytona 500. Forever a legend. We will miss you, Cale Yarborough. Okay, rolling off into down the backstretch, merging onto the track. He'll get up to full speed here. Anthony Sasso ready to go. Rough season so far for the number 27 driver for Swaggy C Motorsports. Hasn't really made many races. Mixed reaction from the crowd. Green flag in the air for Anthony Sasso, and qualifying resumes as Sasso rolls into turn 1 at full saw. Heads for turn 1. He'll pop the wall, rides along the wall. Gets off the wall as he rolls through turn 2, gets off turn number 2, nearly hits the wall off the exit of turn 2, down the backstretch, headed for turn number 3. First time tonight, he's at full speed, smooth and calm, stays like a lane and a half off the outside wall. Here he comes to the white flag. And his lap one time will be a 28.130 seconds. It's not good, but it's not great either. Rolls through turn 2, once again, rides the wall this time. Gets off turn 2, nearly hits the wall again. I think he lightly tapped it there. Down the backstretch, headed for turn number 3. Rolling into turn number 4, nice and smooth. Comes to the checkered flag, and he'll get his lap 2 time on the stopwatch. It will be a 28.566 second lap. That'll be a good enough. His best lap will be a 28.13 seconds. It'll be good. 130 seconds. It'll be good for P17 currently. So now we can assure that. So Zach Stern, because he did not get knocked out, has been assured that he will be safe into the race. 10th car has been locked in. The number 82 Superficial Otherworldly United Racing Chevrolet will see the Southern 200 pending post-qualifying inspections. Kylie Greider up next as she'll drive the number 2 car, sponsored by Spears, I believe. Yes, Spears. And it is a throwback to Kevin Harvick's 1998 Spears truck. And also, I believe it was a Busch West car as well. Kylie Greider, rumored, not confirmed, rumored, at least from what I've heard, to be moving to Superficial Otherworldly United Racing, her own team, where she'll be an owner driver. Okay, we'll have to wait and see if anything comes of that, but I do believe that is correct. but don't quote me on that. Kylie Greider does have a win from ADPS Season 1 back in Talladega, and she has been chasing down her second win ever since. Rolls into turn 3 at full speed. Kylie Greider, a fan favorite, hailing from the state of Ohio. Going to be interesting to see how she proceeds through her 2 laps here. Green flag for Kylie. Let's see what she's got. As she gets ready to head for turn 1. Flying down the front stretch into turn 1, into the wall riding down the back stretch. First time tonight, Kylie Greider making time, headed for turn number 3. Marty Dallas will be coming up next in the number 59 Red Bull Seeker Motorsports Honda. Right now, Kylie will see the white flag. This time by her lap 1 time will be a 28.379 seconds. Not good, but not great either. She's going to ride the wall again in 1 and 2. And she is going to wall ride all the way to the exit of turn 2. Off turn 2, down the backstretch, final time for her first qualifying lap. And I do believe that this will lock up the 11th position. The driver who is currently in 11th. Here comes the checkered flag. Kylie Greider. Lap 2 time will be a 28.931 seconds. It'll be good for P22 currently. So right now, Ethan O'Connor and Marco Suarez are down in the LCQ. And Carter Jones has locked up his spot to the NASCAR Amino Southern 200, officially pending post-qualifying inspections. So Carter Jones is the 11th driver to be locked in safely to the NASCAR Amino Southern 200. He will not have to qualify again, as he did not go through make the top 9. Next car up will be Marty Dallas, who is running a throwback to Tiger Tom Pistone, I believe, is what I was told. Really beautiful race car. Always nice to see when the sponsors get in on the act and match their colors to the car. Although I will say that I can barely see the Red Bull logo on the hood from up here. That's an interesting choice. I don't know what Red Bull was thinking there. Either way, Marty Dallas, newer to the schedule, he's started racing around, I believe, Atlanta, and he's been hit or miss on making these races for Red Bull Seeker Motorsports Honda, for his Red Bull Seeker Motorsports Honda team. No word on if he'll be back with the team when they move over to Ford and change back to Seeker Motorsports. Okay, he rolls into turn 2, getting up to full speed as he merges onto the track. Marty Dallas still looking for his first win. He's trying to follow in the footsteps of KR as one of only 2 international drivers to win a race in the ADPS. Next reaction from the crowd here is Marty Dallas will take the green flag. It's in the air, and here we go. Rolling into turn 1. Going into turn 1, nice and smooth. He gets near the wall, and he's gonna pop the wall, ride the wall, gets off the wall. Off turn 2, near the wall, but he does not hit it. He left a nice little gap between himself and the wall, headed for turn 3. About a lane below the outside wall, off turn 4. Here he comes to take the white flag. Marty Dallas, lap 1 time will be a 28.366 seconds. It'll be good enough to knock another one down to the LCQ. It'll be Caden Bishop, who was 25th, going into this current session of 9 cars. Off into turn 4. Here comes Marty Dallas. He'll see the checkered flag here, and he'll actually go a little bit faster, I believe. As his time's on the stopwatch, it'll be good for P22. Knocks Kylie Greider down to P23, as his lap time was a 28.285 seconds. P22 for Marty Dallas. And, of course, that will lock up Don Falconer's spot, as he will stay in 12th for the time being. So Don Falconer is safe in 12 drivers. Unofficially have locked their spots into the NASCAR Amino Southern 200. Once again, that will be pending post-qualifying inspections. Don Falconer, the 12th driver, into the NASCAR Amino Southern 200. Lev Covershin's up next. He started racing at Bristol Dirt when we had the 2024 Winter Classic 150 at North Wilkesboro. I believe will be rocking up with the 2025 Winter Classic 150, so that's going to be interesting to see. It was originally going to be North Wilkesboro hosting the 2024 event, but then they realized that Bristol was coming up, and they decided to move it to Bristol, and they gave North Wilkesboro the 2025 Winter Classic. 150. Here we go. Lev Coverson's about ready to go. He's rocking Kevin Harvick's 2005 Bud Shootout Chevrolet. Green flag for Lev Coverson in that number 93 Chevy, and he is off and running. He's going to pop the wall, headed into 1, rides along the wall in 1 and 2. Gets off the wall as he exits turn 2, down the backstretch at full speed. Rough lap here for Coverson, but hopefully he'll improve on his second lap. Rolling into turns 3 and 4, he'll come off 4 here. See the white flag in the air. Lev Coverson's lap 1 time is on the stopwatch, and his lap 1 time is a 28.856 second lap. And I don't think that'll be good enough to knock anybody out for the time being. Lindsey Dietz will be safe in for yet another car. Off turn 2, down the backstretch. He did hit the wall in 1 and 2 again, as we had just saw a while back. Rolling into 3 and 4. He'll see the checkered flag here, and his lap 2 time will be a 28.927 second lap. His best lap time of a 28.856 second lap will put him in P28 currently. So that is going to be LCQ for Lev Coverson. Lindsey Dietz can breathe a sigh of relief for now, but I don't think she'll be breathing it for long, because up next is Lucy Fago in the 41 team. Fago has 2 or 3 wins on the season, I believe 2, and has not won since Gateway or Milwaukee. I want to say Milwaukee. I will do a quick check on that. And Lucy Fago currently running a throwback to an Evernham race truck, I believe, is what I was told. Again, don't quote me. I could be wrong about that. But either way, that car looks beautiful. Like, it's a beautiful car, but the decals are just killing it for me, man. Like, all the sponsor decals, they just ruined it. LW Racing, get your act together with your cars. Just saying. All right, Lucy Fago. Mixed reactions from the crowd as Lucy Fago is a fan favorite, but they're not exactly happy with the car. Green flag. Lucy Fago rolls into turn 1, and she will pop the wall. Rolls into turn number 2, down the backstretch, headed for turn number 3. Lucy Fago's lap 1 time will suffer, so she's going to have to hustle for a top 9 here on lap 2. Here she comes to the white flag. Lap 1 time will be a 28.779 second lap. Okay, and yes, I am looking at the winner's sheet, and Lucy Fago won at Kansas and Milwaukee and has not won a race since. Down the backstretch, final time, she did not hit the wall. She hustled it. She's hustling that race car down into turn 3, rolls through turn 4. Here she comes to see the checkered flag. Get your hands on the stopwatch. It's going to be close. Really close here. Lucy Fago's lap 2 time, a 27.690 seconds. It'll move her to P3. Lindsey Dietz down to the LCQ. The defending champion has not been having a season to remember, but she is going to soldier on. Lindsey Dietz heads to the LCQ. Lucy Fago currently locked into the Fast 9. Coming up next is Dylan Jones in the number 51 car for Marinelli Racing, and I believe he's throwing it back to Eric Jones' car from an Eric Jones truck from his days at Kyle Busch Motorsports. Yes, that is correct. I believe it's from 2014 or 2015. We'll see. Eric Jones is a Truck Series champion, and Dylan Jones has Craftsman on the car for this one. So hopefully Dylan Jones can put that car in the show. Dylan Jones will be leaving Marinelli Racing at season's end. There has been no confirmation from Dylan Jones about what his plans are for Season 3 of ADPS competition. Rolling into turn 3. He's at full speed now. Dylan Jones still looking for his first win. Mixed reaction from the crowd. Green flag going to go up in the air, and here comes Dylan Jones rolling into turn 1. Gonna try and make it nice and smooth. He keeps it off the wall. He's going fast. He's hustling that race car down the backstretch. Off turn 2. Nice and smooth. Rolling his way down the backstretch into turn 3. Here he comes. He'll see the white flag in the air. And Dylan Jones, I almost said Eric Jones. Lap 1 time is on the clock, and it's a 27.948 second lap for Dylan. Dylan Jones has officially knocked Quinn Yeager down to the LCQ with that lap. Heads for turn 2, off turn 2 along the wall. Moving down the backstretch. He does not care about his lap 2 time. He only cared about putting up a time fast enough for the top 27, and he's gonna pull it off with a 27.948 second lap. Here he comes to the checkered flag. It'll put him P13. His lap 2 time a 29.051 second lap. Wow, what a run by Dylan Jones to put that car in P13 for now. He smacked the wall hard, and now currently on the chop block is KR, who is going to be P27 as Tanner Campos hits the track. Tanner Campos will be racing for Superficial Otherworldly United Racing. Once again next season, he'll be back with the 24 camp with Exalta and Raptor on his car, I should say. And there you see it, he's sporting a Ricky Hendrick 1998 throwback scheme. Looking absolutely beautiful. Love to see it when teams actually get in on the act of throwback, including down to the number font. Off turn 2, up to speed. Tanner Campos ready to go. Let's see what Tanner Campos can do. Coming up next will be Max Morreal in the 95 Throwback Motorsports Honda. Tanner Campos, the NASCAR Amino Unleashed 200 winner from last year in 2023. Green flag for Campos. Let's see what he can do. Hustles into turn 1. He's going to get along the wall. He'll ride along the wall in 1 and 2. Gets off as he exits off of 2. Prepares for his exit off 2, I should say. Down the backstretch. It's not going to be a good lap for Campos, but it's not going to be a good lap. It'll be a decent lap at least. But I don't think he'll have to go faster next lap around if he wants to make the top 7, if he wants to stay in the top 27. 28.214 second lap. It'll be good enough, I believe, to knock KR down. No, it won't. Yeah, it will actually. KR's down to the LCQ with Campos' lap. But Campos wants some assurance. He flies down the backstretch, rolling into turn 3 and 4. Here comes Tanner Campos. He comes off turn 4. Get your hands on the stopwatch. Campos, checkered flag, lap 2, 27.748 seconds. It'll be good enough for P6. And Tanner Campos is locked into the show no matter what. Now it's going to be a matter of if he will be qualifying for the pole or if he will be resting up tomorrow. Max Morreal out on track. He's sporting Casey Kane's 2013 Quaker State car, and I do believe Monster Energy was supposed to be on that car, but once the team started working on the Casey Kane throwback, they got so excited and slapped the Quaker State logos on, which is a sponsorship conflict with Mobile One, as Gary Russell is sporting the 46 car. Sporting on the 46 car for Throwback Motorsports. Oops. Someone at Throwback Motorsports is going to get fired for that. Green flag for Max Morreal, has not won a race this season since Old Spice, so that was a few races ago. Morreal going into turn number 1. Absolutely flying here. He stays off the wall, as we've seen many cars do at least once tonight. It's rare we've seen 2 clean laps from a driver. The only one so far has been Caleb Marinelli, who ripped off a fast lap of 27.537, good enough for P1, which will be put him 9th in the pole shootout qualifying order. Lap 1 for Max Morreal is a 27.963 seconds. Ignore our graphics. That was a graphical error. Morreal pops the wall, rides along the wall, gets off the wall, exits turn 2. Oh, he hit the wall off turn 2. That's going to kill some momentum there, but he is hustling that race car. Rolling into turn number 3. Rolls into turn number 4. Here he comes to the checkered flag. It's not going to be faster than his lap. It's going to be at 27.867 seconds. Again, graphical error. It'll be a P13 for Maximo Real. So I believe he is going to be safe in. And Jack Black, I believe, is headed to the bubble, unless I am mistaken. Okay. No, actually, Jack Black is safe for now. Ayers was the one that got dropped down to the LCQ. I could be mistaken about that. Well, either way, one more car to go, and then we're going to head to break. It'll be Ash Ellington in the number 9 Chevrolet for Cyberstorm Racing. Ash Ellington has 2 wins on the season, one for her own team at Ellington Racing Inc. back in Las Vegas, which was race number 3 of Season 1, and then she won the first race of the year of the new season of the season here for Season 2 in ADPS at Daytona in the Car Sport 300, and she has not won a race since, and she is the only Cyberstorm Racing driver to see victory lane. Ellington will be headed to Throwback Motorsports to drive the flagship 86 car, and for her throwback here, she's driving Bill Elliott's 2003 Atlanta Fall car from the Winston Victory Lap. Bill Elliott, a champion in 1988, rolls off turn number 2. She'll merge onto the track and get up to full speed here. Ash Ellington has Ash Ellington has driven Chevrolets both seasons, and now she'll be driving a Honda for the first time in Season 3. She'll see the green flag, it's in the air, and here we go! Off and running! Ash Ellington heads for turn number 1. Flying into turn number 2 down the backstretch. Flying into turn number 1 and 2. She'll ride the wall down the backstretch. Gets off at the wall in turn. She exits turn 2. Headed for turn number 3. Stays about a lane down from the outside wall. Rolls into turn 4. White flag in the air for Ash Ellington. Her lap one time, a 28.926 second lap, which I do not believe will be fast enough to knock Ayers down. So yeah, KR was the one that got knocked down. Ayers is still safe for now, but Ellington continues to hustle down the backstretch. She did stay off the wall this time. She heads for turn number 3. Rolling into turn number 4. Ash Ellington, lap 2 will be on the stopwatch, and her lap 2 time will be a 27.834 seconds. Good enough for P13. 18 car. 36 cars have qualified, 9 more to go. We're going to step aside for a break and come right back with some more NASCAR Amino Southern 200 qualifying here on the Competition Racing Network. Don't go away.
And the invincible by Gordon Fox. He absolutely obliterates Alan Muccioli and the 8 car and pretty much everyone else. Turns shoulders upside down. He's going along the speed panels. He's going to get grilled by Paul Domino. Oh, he gets dumped by Jared Holmes. Oh, what a good strat. He's going to use the quick repair. Jacob Jumbo by the 42 and a bunch of cars are trapped on the opposite side of the track.
You know, I used to suck at holding footballs. I just couldn't get a good grip on them. Well now, thanks to my Franklin Grip Right football, I can hold footballs with ease. Look, I can hold it like this, I can hold it like this. Oh, I nearly dropped it. I can hold it like this, I can do this, and I can do this, and I'm sure that's not gonna cause $1 million in collateral damage, right? Okay, I'm gonna go now.
What a hard day of school, man. If only there was just something, like some kind of sweet treat for me to snack on. Oh boy, let's see. Some berries, nah. Bunch of weird greens, water, too basic. Oh boy, would you look at that? An untouched peanut butter shake from Dairy Queen. It's just sitting in its lonesome self. I think I'm gonna drink it. That's the spoon.
Hey, you there. Yes, you. Do you like having clean and proper teeth?
No.
Do you want to be as cool as Ryan Newman?
Yes.
Then you should try cocaine, I mean Coca-Cola. This wonderful beverage has so much sugar in it that your teeth will literally die when they see it. Yes, literally die. Why eat all these sugar cubes when you can also drink one Coca-Cola and have the same effect? Yes, burn your teeth, kill them today with Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Choking is probably the most humane way you can die from our products.
Welcome back to the Darlington Raceway as we get ready to wrap up NASCAR Amino Southern 200 qualifying day 1. 9 more cars left to go, and it starts with Jared Holmes. Everyone from 1st all the way down to 18th on the qualifying standings have officially locked up their spot to race day unofficially because they are going to be pending post-race inspections. Brandon Brzozowski was the most recent driver to get assured a spot into the NASCAR Amino Southern 200 unofficially. Currently getting ready to qualify will be Jared Holmes, driving the number 96 Chevrolet for Superficial Otherworld United Racing. He is throwing it back to Ben Rhodes' 2017 truck win at New Hampshire, where Ben Rhodes scored his first Truck Series win. Cincinnati Tools is on the car for the Jared Holmes. Jared Holmes ready to go. He's had a rough go of the season. Hasn't really made that many races. Hasn't won yet. Still looking for his first career win. And right now on the chop block is Jack Black, who is sitting at a 28.206 seconds. If Jared Holmes wants to knock out Jack Black, he's got to go faster than that. But even then, he won't be assured unless he qualifies 18th or better. Jared Holmes in the wall. Rolls off turn number 2. Down the backstretch. Not exactly looking good for the number 96 Chevrolet team here. Rumor has it that Jared Holmes will be staying at Superficial Otherworldly Racing, Superficial Otherworldly United Racing, but team owner Kylie Grider has yet to confirm that. White flag for Jared Holmes. His lap 1 time is a 28.514 seconds. Back to turn 1, rides along the wall. So it's not looking good for Jared Holmes in the number 96 team. Down the backstretch, final time. Really got to hustle if he wants to make a good lap time here. But I don't think he will be able to. And here he comes to take the checkered flag. His lap 2 time will be a 29.241 second lap. His best lap time of 28.1514 seconds will put him at P29. So a rough go of things for the number 96 team, as he will not be in the top 27. So once again, Jack Black can breathe a sigh of relief here, but maybe not for long, because coming up next is the 71 car of Roberto Crown Jr. for Crown Ultra Racing. He won at Texas World, and Roberto Crown Jr. for Throwback Weekend is rocking Bobby Labonte's 2009 The Racing Group Chevrolet paint scheme. It looks amazing, and I'm so glad that they went out of their way to find a unique paint scheme from Bobby Labonte's library of race cars, instead of going for the obvious ones like, the Interstate Batteries car that he raced and made famous. Okay, well, Roberto Crown Jr. is on the track, and he is wasting no time getting ready to rock and roll. So we'll have to see how everything goes for him as he rolls onto the track, looking for his second career win, as he has tried to win ever since getting to victory lane in Texas World. He's been trying to get back. He almost won at Indianapolis and could have won Indianapolis had Morrill not taken the win in turn 2 on the last lap. Green flag in the air for Roberto Crown. Heads to turn 1. And he is rolling into turn 1. Oh, he hits the wall, rides along the wall. Gets off the wall as he rolls through turn 2, and off turn 2 he goes down the backstretch. Not looking good for Roberto Crown Jr. right now. But he is probably going to be able to stay in the top 27. Barely. We'll have to wait and see how his lap 1 time settles. And it will be a 28.165 1.5 seconds, even though our graphics say 1.64, so graphical error on our part, our bad. Roberto crowning the wall yet again as he rolls through turn 2, off of turn 2, down the backstretch one final time. Here he goes into turn number 3. He'll roll off turn number 4. He will see the checkered flag, and Roberto Crown Jr.'s lap 2 time will be a 28.395 seconds, but his best lap time of 28.165 will put him at P23 for now. So an interesting shakeup here as Roberto Crown Jr. finds himself in, but Alan Mooch safely locked in. Ren Starlight's now safely locked in with at least 6 cars to go. All right, next car up is going to be the number 12 of Justin Ricci for Marinelli Racing. No word on what Justin Ricci's plans are. He's still looking for his first career win, and Justin Ricci is rocking the 2015 Aussie Repco Supercars racing machine from 2015. Really beautiful to see Xbox throw back to their own car. Love the look of that car, by the way. As Justin Ricci, this is the first season that Justin Ricci has not raced a Chevrolet. He raced for Eric Jones Racing last season driving the 44 car. Here comes Ricci rolling off turn 4. Green flag will be in the air for Justin Ricci, and let's see what he's got. His first lap is on the board. Heads for turn 1, and he is going to ride along the wall in 1. Stays along the wall in turn 2. He gets off the wall as he exits 2. Pops the wall on the backstretch. Rolling into turn number 3. Gotta be good. Gotta be smooth here. Ricci needs to go fast. But I don't know how fast he's gonna go. It'll be a final lap for Justin Ricci here. His lap 1 time is a 28.463 seconds. Not bad, but not great. All right, well, he's going to roll into turn number 1 and 2, rides along the wall again. Here he comes down the backstretch, hustling that race car. Into turn number 3, final time. He heads for turn number 4, and it's going to be a checkered flag for Justin Ricci, but it won't be good enough to get him to the top 27. And Marty Dallas will be dodging bullets. A 28.463 seconds. It'll be good enough for P30. Justin Ricci not really looking good. A graphical error said P23 on our part, so I'm gonna have to talk to the graphics team about getting these graphical errors fixed. Okay, so Justin Ricci goes to P30. Next car up is the number 32 of Evan Toddy. And Evan Toddy, we have been told, is going to be sporting Dale Jarrett's 1996 Busch Series car paint scheme sponsored by Band-Aid, but Evan Toddy is sponsored by Ecto. Okay, well, either way, Evan Toddy has two wins on the season, both of them being Winter Classic 150 wins, the 2023 edition and 2024 edition, both of them on the dirt in Vancouver and Bristol, respectively. He's got 2 wins at Bristol, looking for his 4th career win and his 3rd win of the season. And he's got the points lead going into Darlington for the NASCAR Amino Southern 200. Green flag in the air for Evan Toddy. Here we go. Evan Toddy off and running. And he's wasting no time. Oh, but he's going to keep it smooth. He does keep it off the wall. We have not seen drivers keep it off the wall for 2 consecutive laps. It's been very rare, and Marinelli's the only driver who's done it so far. Rolling into turn number 4, he'll see the white flag this time by Evan Toddy's lap 1 time is in the books. It's a 27.785, but he thinks he can go faster. Let's see what he can do. He rolls into turn 1, keeps it off the wall, hustling that race car down the back into turn 2, off 2, down the backstretch. Evan Toddy making up good time. Gonna have to get your hands on the stopwatch because this might be close. It's gonna be really close. Evan Toddy is looking like he's gonna have top 9 pace here, but where will he line up on the pole shootout order? Hand on the stopwatch. Checkered flag. 27.539 seconds. Caleb Marinelli went 2/1000ths of a second faster. Evan Toddy, P2 currently. That'll put him 8th in pole shootout qualifying order. Evan Toddy absolutely flew. All right, on track, getting ready to qualify is PQ Guy. He's sporting an Evernham Motorsports car from, I believe, 2009 or 2010. We're getting ready to see what he can do. If he wants to go, he's got to go faster than Tree Leclerc's 28.204 seconds if he wants to make the top 27. But currently, Red Starlight is the last driver safe in, and JD Fatal could lock up a spot here if PQ Guy goes slower than 28.125 seconds. PQ Guy had a really dominant race in Milwaukee or Gateway where he led about 50 laps. Green flag for PQ Guy. Mixed reactions from the crowd. Rolls into turn 1. PQ Guy hits the wall, rides along the wall in 1, gets off the wall, rolls through turn 2. Here he comes off turn 2, down the backstretch. He is moving right now. Heads for turn number 3. And he rolls into turn number 4. He'll see the white flag this time by. And his first lap is going to be a 28.377 seconds. Good, but not great. He'll have to go faster than that. He rides along the wall again, and this time he stays on the wall, going all the way through turn 2. Finally gets off the wall. That's going to kill any possible momentum he had going into turn 3 down the backstretch. Off into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Here comes PQ Guy. He'll see the checkered flag. And Patrick Quinn Guy's lap 2 time will be a 28.899 seconds. His best lap time of a 28.377 seconds will put him at P34 now. And so with that, JD Fatal safe in. And now Anthony Sasso's on the chop block as Olivia Hammond is up next. Once again, Tree Leclerc still inside looking safe with a 28.204 second lap. That is the time you got to beat if you want to make the top 27 currently. But we are also got to keep an eye on Anthony Sasso's time of 28.130 seconds, which currently is the start of the danger zone. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how Olivia Hammond handles this as she gets ready to go in her number 25 Dodge, rocking the same look of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2015 Daytona July race-winning machine. You'll love to see it. It's always nice to see a Dale Jr. throwback on the track. Olivia Hammond's been given the green light, still looking for her first win in that number 25 Dodge. So we're going to have to wait and see what she can do with that race car. Once again, time to beat is Tree Leclerc's 28.204 seconds. And Anthony Sasso needs Olivia Hammond to go slower than 28.130, and Olivia Hammond in the wall on her first lap in turns 1, gets off the wall in turn 2, down the backstretch, so not a good start for Olivia Hammond here. Down the backstretch, headed for turn number 3, she'll see the white flag this time by. Here she comes off turn number 4. Mixed reactions from the crowd again. And her lap 1 time is going to be a 28.604 seconds. She is going to have to go faster than that if she wants a shot. Into the wall again. Rode the wall all the way off of turn number 2. Gets off the wall as she gets down the backstretch. Rolling down the backstretch. That's going to be a time killer. Rolls into turn 3. Off turn number 4. Her best lap is the only one that matters. A 28.604 second lap for Olivia Hammond will be her best. Her lap 2 time, a 29.578 second lap. She will currently be P number 34. P35, actually, looking at the scoring monitor. All right, well, next car up is going to be Seth Peters. Seth Peters, Anthony Sasso, safe in. Right now, Roberto Crown Jr. is also safe in. Tree Leclerc still on the chop block. Patrick Roden, Tyler King, they are on the danger zone. Good effort by Olivia Hammond to try and run a third lap, but they caught it, and they're like, yeah, no, we already timed your laps. Okay, well, now comes danger zone for some other drivers. Seth Peters ready to go as he, I believe, is going to try and knock out Tree Leclerc. And, of course, we do have Seth Peters driving a number 21 car, throwing it back to the Wood brothers, which I believe has held the 21 down for the entirety of the NASCAR history, I believe. I don't know. Either way, it's throwing it back to Elliott Sadler's 2001 Bristol winning car. Seth Peters has been given the green light. And once again, the time to beat is, I believe right now, gone to Tree Leclerc, who is currently on the cut line. Got to go faster than 28.204 seconds. And if he wants to be safe in, he's got to go faster than, I want to say, Roberto Crown Jr.'s 28.165 seconds. Well, actually, no. He's got to go faster than, Patrick Roden's 28.187 seconds. 3 cars left. Here we go. Green flag for Seth Peters. Crowd on their feet. He's off and running. Seth Peters needs just one good lap, and he'll have it. He rides off into turn 1 and 2. Nice and smooth. Smooth and calm. Down the backstretch. Hits the wall. That's going to cost him some time, but he's going to hustle that race car down the backstretch. Rolls into turn number 3. If he can go faster than any other time up to this point, final lap for Seth Peters, his lap 1 time is going to be at 28.159 seconds. It will easily slot him into the top 27. So he's safe for now, but I don't think he wants more. He rolls through turn 2, off turn 2, down the backstretch, final time. He is hustling that race car. He goes into turn 3. Seth Peters moving into turn number 4. Wines Racing can celebrate off turn 4. Checkered flag for Seth Peters. It'll be a 27.996 second lap. It'll be good enough for P18. He's in. And now Tyler King finds himself on the bubble with 2 cars to go. If any of these 2 drivers can go faster than 28.191 seconds, then Tyler King will be outside looking in. Patrick Roden just needs 1 car to go slower than 28.187 seconds. Do you believe in miracles? Coming up next, it's going to be Toby Smith driving the number 5 car, throwing it back to Kyle Busch's 2004 debut car. Toby Smith has had a really rough go of things and has not made a single race this season. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to him. He's been given the green light to go. And here he goes, headed to the track. It'll be all eyes on Toby Smith, as right now he needs to beat Patrick Roden and Tyler King's times. They are the only 2 that have yet to get locked in to the top 27. Roden can do it if either him or the next car out, Ethan Farley, don't run faster than 28.187, and Tyler King is out if either of them run faster than 28.191. Toby Smith has taken the green flag. He goes into turn 1. Hits the wall, rides along the wall, off turn 2. Down the backstretch. He's got to hustle. Going into turn number 3. All eyes are on Toby Smith. All eyes are on the monitors. The 62 team and 77 teams watching in anticipation, wondering what their fates will be. White flag for Toby Smith. A 28.384 seconds. Right now, it's looking good for Patrick Roden. Toby Smith into 1. He pops the wall again. Rides along the wall in turn 1. Going along the wall in 2. Off the wall in 2. Down the backstretch. 1 final time. Toby Smith not looking good. He goes into turn 3. Roden and the 77 team are jumping up and down. They know they're safe in. Checkered flag for Toby Smith. It's a 28.794 seconds. His best lap will not go for him. A 3.84 second. A 33rd qualifying effort for a 33rd place qualifying effort for Toby Smith on his run. Really killed the momentum. And you just hate to see it for that number 5 team, but they'll be headed to yet another LCQ. They have been to every LCQ whenever we've had solo car qualifying. And now the drama only continues from here. 1 car, 2 cars left to decide their fates. It's going to be between Tyler King and Ethan Farley. Tyler King has a 28.191 second lap. If Ethan Farley can go faster than that, he is in. And we are ready to see what Ethan Farley can do. Can he go faster than Tyler King? Or is Tyler King going to make it in? The 62 team waiting with bated breath. Ethan Farley throwing it back to Jeff Gordon's 2012 DuPont car. Once again, the sponsor decals are just absolutely ruining the car for me. It looks amazing. The paint scheme looks amazing, don't get me wrong, but the sponsor decals all over the car ruin it. All right, well, Ethan Farley has all the pressure in the world on his shoulders. Time to beat 28.191 seconds. If Ethan Farley cannot beat that, Tyler King is in. Here we go. Farley looking for his first career ADPS win coming into Darlington. Green flag is in the air for Farley. Here we go. One final run to see if Tyler King makes it. Going into turn 1, Farley moves into the racetrack. He gets into the wall. Rides along the wall in 1 and 2. Gets off the wall as he sets up for the exit of 2. Oh, he nearly hit the wall again coming off turn 2 down the backstretch. Moving into turn number 3. All by himself. Headed for turn number 4. He'll see the white flag this time by. And his first lap will be a 28.650 seconds lap. And right now Tyler King's looking good to be in. Heads for turn 1. Back into the wall he goes. Farley rides the wall in turn 2. That's going to kill any momentum he had down the backstretch. Tyler King's team jumping up and down, losing their minds, knowing that they might be safe in. Here they come. Farley rolls into turn 4. Checkered flag is going to fly. And his lap 2 time is going to be a 28.786 second lap. Tyler King in. Farley goes to LCQ. The 18 drivers headed to the last chance qualifier are set in stone, and the Fast 9 are also set in stone. Oh my goodness, Tyler King barely squeaked his way into this race, and now let's see if he can make the most out of that as he barely backed into the NASCAR Amino Southern 200. Oh my lord, that was intense. What a night for qualifying. Round 1, day 1 in the books. And now we get ready to go for pole shootout. Names in silver will be in the pole shootout. Names in burgundy or maroon, whatever the other Dr. Pepper color is, will be going to the LCQ. The names in white, they do not need to qualify again. And here's a look at the NASCAR Amino Southern 200 qualifying day 1 results. Going to the pole shootout will be Caleb Marinelli, followed by Evan Toddy. They'll be joined by Ian Stiles, who will go out 7th. 6th will be Lucy Fago. 5th car out will be Devil Redneck. 4th car out will be Jane Ironwood. 3rd car out, Tanner Campos. 2nd car out, Justin Newman. Elon Solberg qualified 9th, and he'll be the first one out for the Fast 9. Notable names that are going to be in the NASCAR Amino Southern 200 unofficially are Star Razor, who is starting 10th. Paul Donlin, 12th. Zach Stern, 13th. Ash Ellington, 14th. Max Morrill, 15th. Oh, by the way, let's not forget Garrett Russell, 11th. 16th will be Carter Jones. 17th, Dylan Jones. 18th, Seth Peters. 19th, Don Falconer. 20th, Brandon Brzozowski. Alan Mooch, 21st. Ren Starlight, 22nd. 23rd, J.D. Fatal. 24th, Anthony Sasso. 25th, Roberto Crown Jr. 26th, Patrick Roden. Tyler King, last car in, 27th. And your LCQ drivers, Tree Leclerc will be the last one out as his preliminary result was 28th. Jack Black 29th. Marty Dallas 30th. 31st PQ guy. 32nd Kylie Greider. 33rd Toby Smith. 34th Justin Ricci. 35th Jared Holmes. 36th Willie Mayers. Olivia Hammond 37th. Ethan Farley 38th. 39th KR. 40th Quinn Yeager. 41st Lindsay Dietz. 42nd Lev Coverson. 43rd Caden Bishop. 44th Marco Suarez. And the first car out for the LCQ will be Ethan O'Connor. Alright everyone, that'll do it for day number 1 of qualifying. We'll be back with day number 2 tomorrow night. Same time, same place. Thank you for watching NASCAR Amino Southern 200 qualifying here on the Competition Racing Network. I'm Alex McGahee signing out for now, saying so long and feed. Good night, satellite.